in the chair. Oh yeah. I'm asking him to. Oh my God.
Make the change. Yeah, okay. Hand claps. Hand claps. I'm starting now. Okay.
You,
Yo.
Monster Closet hater. I
So-
see you.
Here we are at Monster Closet. Masterpiece Theater.
Yeah.
Alright. Right now, we are talking about HD remakes and video game reboots. Both necessary and more prevalent aspects of current gaming culture. Like the HD reboots, HD remakes, or things that guys are using right now, like developers are using to get into newer hardware or churn up money for newer projects, so that's why it's a
Which is always okay.
My favorite reboot, specifically, would be like the Mortal Kombat. It's all of the first 3 Mortal Kombat games into one storyline, one game. You get a fleshed out group of characters this time around. It isn't just fight through the tournament, finish the story mode, and get like the end of your character. You actually play as each of the characters through their individual stories. It had better graphics, far gorier fatalities, and
Fatality.
stand out.
Boosty!
And T. Brian.
Well, I mean, on Mortal Kombat, loved it. Loved it.
Hated it.
Loved it.
Never played it.
Bam! Yeah, there were a string of shit Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yeah.
Starting with 3.
No, I disagree.
Starting-
I like 3, but I understand where you're coming from. It was very combo driven. But the
Combo.
Combo game, and I feel like that it was so far the best story mode ever made in a video game, not called Injustice.
I actually
As far
thought
as
that
first
until
person.
I played Blaze Blue.
Yeah.
So Blaze Blue, overall, it's more expansive of a story,
Yeah.
but just as a reboot, definitely Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
If you gotta play Blaze Blue, you really gotta give that.
I actually played it a little bit, but I never.
You gotta give that some time.
Yeah.
There's
Cool.
a lot there.
Yeah, I definitely do. And you never played the new one though, right?
No, I have never been with Mortal Kombat.
No, you're not a fighter.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, button mashers. I mash buttons and they all miss. And you know he hits the right ones, and I don't hit the right ones. I just think it's lucky. I think Brian just gets lucky.
right ones, I hit the wrong ones.
But anyway, like as in there are reboot movies to make money, there are reboot games to make money, and some are just HD remakes, which are just a rehash of the same game, just in better resolution.
Yeah.
Resolution draws us, sometimes they redo like all of like the graphics completely.
Right.
So I mean stuff like Last of Us and like the upcoming like Sleeping Dogs, you give people who haven't played them first time around a really good chance to play a better version of it.
Right, for
I've
better,
got no problem with that.
better requirements,
It's just
hardware.
sometimes some developers have completely fucked the goddamn pooch on making these. Konami, who made Silent Hill HD, which removed the fog from the Silent Hill.
Which is
You need fog in Silent Hill.
You need it.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah.
Who even let that out the door? And then there's Zone of the Enders, which is an HD remaster of a PS2 game. Couldn't run at the same frame rate as the PS2.
Ridiculous.
Also from Konami.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks for fucking us out of our potential Zone of the Enders sequel by not selling not selling.
What about Wolfenstein?
Wolfenstein is obviously the big one right now. We all remember, Wolfenstein. We were kids, obviously, that 2D game, and that game.
I think we discussed about this before.
We discussed about this, but let's go into a different level.
Yeah.
Wolfenstein obviously progressed in many different games. This isn't the first reboot. This is the third reboot
Essentially.
of Wolfenstein. Let's see.
Well, no, I mean, Return to Capital Wolfenstein was a reboot, the one we all loved.
That was a reboot.
Then there was that
They
Raven
sort of
Software.
rebooted it again because it had
Wolfenstein.
nothing to do with the last one. It wasn't like a sequel.
No,
It had
no,
nothing.
no.
And that game was terrible. That game was.
Yeah, that Raven
one
from.
was
it
horrible.
Raven that did that game?
Was it Raven?
Raven.
Yeah, they did that middle game.
Yeah, that one was
awful.
was a waste of time. And I even bought it because everything
Yeah, I bought it
Wolfenstein always made me
Yeah.
except for the latest one, which I kind of didn't bother with. I mean, Brian can tell you a little more about that one.
Well, and James also, but I mean, like, we both kind of feel like that you missed the boat on that one. Like, you kind of gave up on Wolfenstein at the wrong point.
I gave it because of that last one, I would say.
And who can blame you? Because that game was really bad.
I mean, this new one came from like an unknown developer. It came at like the top end of the year. Well, a lot of people weren't expecting much. And
Right,
a lot of people
weren't
were
expecting
surprised.
much.
But it was fantastic, and I actually even love the fact. I mean, we're not going to go too far in depth on these because I mean, people either played the game or you didn't. If you even care about what we say, Wolfenstein, the newest one, is definitely the New Order is definitely a game you should play.
Absolutely.
But I mean, there was some cool parts into it. Even what you would like, this weird nightmare sequence where you actually get to play Wolfenstein 3D again.
Really?
Yes, it was really kind of cool. And
Wolfenstein always seemed to be sort of rife with Easter eggs ever since the beginning.
always has.
I don't know if
in this game, the Easter egg is the first game.
Yeah.
which is cool.
Very cool.
It would be cool if you could go into the first game and then be in the Easter eggs of that game.
Typical one though. I mean, we need to talk about it. I didn't get a chance to finish the game, which is kind of I feel bad about because it was an excellent game. Was the Tomb Raider reboot recently?
It's absolutely criminal that you did.
I know. I mean, I played it. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I did play it. I don't know what the hell came up where I started playing something else, but I was not out of lack of interest. That's for damn sure. You know what I mean? Like, it was definitely a good game, and I loved everything about it, and the death sequences were damn awesome, and like. They didn't pull no punches with those.
They went far gorier than you'd expect.
Yeah, they made it more like, well, I wouldn't say realistic, but they made it more sort of.
Well, it was kind of more realistic.
In a way, like the character was more flawed than the flawless.
Sure, certainly. I mean, it is a reboot in all extent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She is like a young girl.
Yeah.
She's not like Angelina Jolie.
Right.
Been living in a castle for a long time.
Yeah, living in a castle, exactly.
Right. She's.
Yeah. It's more like any reboot movie today. It's more sort of an updated version that people would relate to, I suppose.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, it's a lot of like a Metroidvania kind of game. Where,
yeah.
I mean, there's like a lot of areas that are in the area you are right now that you can't get to until you get like a different piece of equipment later on in the game. Then come back.
Oh, that kind of thing.
Yeah, Metroidvania. So you got to put the quote up behind us.
It's kind of like, that's kind of what the first Metal Gear was like.
Didn't like that.
I just thought it was dumb. I thought I got this like cool thing, and I thought you could actually use it for that purpose, like a bomb blast suit. I was like, well, you could use that to not get blown up by a bomb. No, you can just get through a door with it.
Right.
It's like, really?
Well,
I'll never forget that.
Old gameplay.
I know.
Where it's just like they just didn't have even probably the ability to make something like that work.
Exactly.
Probably not. All right. Well, I mean, those are the big reboots. I mean, there's other ones like that we've discussed before, like Devil May Cry. You know what I mean? Which I feel was worthy. James doesn't.
Well, no. I feel Devil May Cry is the DMC is the best Devil May Cry game created. However, it's the worst Dante in a Devil May Cry game.
Okay.
Well,
fair enough. It was the best Devil May Cry game ever created.
So that's our take on game reboots.
Well, yes, but there's a few little things I'd like to touch on. I did not. Alright, as far as HD remakes go, I did not play this, and I refuse to play this, and I'm going to shit on it anyway. But telling me that Wind Waker is an HD remake of a game which probably didn't need it, ever, because of the way it was made, it now shows better on your screen than it did before? Here's this new Zelda game that we're putting out for the Wii U, when they obviously weren't saying it's new, but they're like, hey, get HD remade Wind Waker on Wii U. Buy the system. We have shit else.
I don't know what that is.
Wind Waker is one of those games where its art style already held it really well.
Right, that's kind of my point.
That remake didn't need to exist, but Nintendo realizes how gullible its core base is, and will buy anything that they re-release at full price.
True. I mean, did you ever play Zelda: Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker?
No, Wii.
It was it was actually a GameCube game, right?
The last Zelda I played was Adventures of Link.
Right, what happened to that?
Keep in mind,
I hated it, but we'll get into it.
This is a company that not too long before re-released Ocarina of Time, the N64 game on 3DS, and charged $40.
I know. That is a major flaw with this company. I think they're freaking lost.
Nintendo has like the kids market. The kids like Nintendo. It's colorful, it's happy. It doesn't bleed a lot.
It's not just the kids though. I mean, there's just this market of people who will just never abandon Nintendo.
Right.
Nintendo will keep punching them in the face for it, and they'll just keep taking it.
Yeah, that's true.
This needs to be said, to be honest with you, because it's truthfully ridiculous what they do to their customers.
Nintendo's Chris Brown and their fans are Rihanna. I'm not saying
if this
what
kind of talk gets you to watch our show, then yes.
We are saying that.
And we're not going to apologize.
Nintendo only hurts you because they
We're insulted.
Exactly.
Watch the show.
Yeah. Let's sell Mario Brothers again for the millionth time on like
Does Mario ever get old?
Shop in the Wii U version of it. So it's I don't know. It's just a little ridiculous.
One thing they've never done is like rebooting Mario to sort of be a realistic.
They did. Well, not realistic.
No.
But they made like Mario You.
Imagine if Mario were real though. He's like his fat Italian. He's like, "How you doing? Hey, I'm gonna do the fucking jump over."
That was Bob Hoskins.
Yeah, well, yeah, on the show.
Paul
Yeah.
Hoskins.
It'd be funny if Mario was just like put in this realistic game character where he's like getting shot at and stuff, and he's all.
That would be actually awesome, dude.
And he's like doing your plumbing at the same
Don't you
time,
think?
you know.
That'd be awesome to see if somebody do that, like just a fan-made game of
Like, yeah, what could
you know,
Mario do?
third-person
Or would,
Mario,
or would you
like-
have Mario
like
really?
fighter in like a, what do you call it, universe? Like Gears of War type universe,
Right, like that
like
kind of
fight, hit Mario taking cover,
Or would you have
throwing
some
wrenches.
sort of like supernatural world where he actually shoots fire out of his hands?
Yeah, just shoots fireballs.
Over
Cover
things.
based fireball shooters.
cover-based fireball shooter.
Yeah.
This is what we really are like.
We really didn't mean that by
When we
way, right?
get
Yes, it did.
together, when we get together, this is what we talk about, and this is the gold.
Here we go with the mushy
Mushy.
predictions and
Monster Cross
James
has
actually
feelings.
has tears in his eyes.
Shut up.
He's laughing.
No, I don't.
Shit.
I'm tough.
We are
And I'm rugged.
here at Monster Cross.
And I'm black.
We really.
You're at least one of those.
You're one of them.
Probably not black.
They forgot to be black today. Listen, people. This is Monster Closet, and we want you to watch
Us.
the show because.
This is steep
Why?
pandering, by the way.
Why do you want them to watch the show?
Because we like making it.
We like making the show.
we
And only
enjoy the time we
listen.
spend
I see
together.
all this stuff out there on YouTube, and it's like
Yeah, a lot of it's shit.
it's like someone's asshole, and you're
Yeah,
watching.
yeah.
It's literally someone's asshole, and
This
you're
is a
watching.
lot better than the other bullshit going around there. Do you know?
Yes.
One of the highest earners on YouTube right now is a woman who you'll never see, who does nothing but unpackaged Disney shit.
I've seen it.
I'm gonna direct you to it. Disney Collector. Look it up. Don't fucking subscribe.
Don't subscribe to it.
first. But watch that and realize that person makes over $10 million a year.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
How much? You know how much we made doing this?
Nothing yet.
We lose money. I lose gas money.
We have to go right here, and we gotta get food and coffee and stuff.
Oh my god, it's just
There's
unbearable.
like electricity that's being used.
I'm giving up my garage for this. So.
Brian's, he could be doing something else in his garage. He
So
should be having-
here we are back.
watch
Watch
the
this
show.
Freaking show. Yo.
Watch the show.
Watch.
Because you could be, you're there jerking off instead. You could watch this show.
You can do this while jerking off. You don't have to fucking
I don't care. I won't
You don't
mind.
have to watch
It won't
it. I
bother
mean,
me.
You put it on.
You could be doing that right now. I'm not looking. It's fine.
Well, to be
I
honest,
understand.
Doesn't bother me.
I mean, yes, they do that with, computers have separate windows, so you can be doing that.
Yeah,
But you can even use the Xbox One Snap feature for this.
Oh wow.
you can't even do that.
You can put us on your Snap and put the
And your
porn
thing,
on the
your
main.
whatever you're doing there.
Multitask.
Whatever kind of
And you
porn
don't
it
even need to
is.
touch anything. You
Whatever
can
you-
use your voice to do
Whatever
it.
you like, that's fine. You can have it
Use
running
your
next
voice
to
to do
it.
it.
You can talk to it.
That's right.
Monster Class is so easy, people. It's so easy to just do this.
Yeah. So,
So watch us.
watch us, assholes.